FedEx was a real home winner for us. But it was not that rosy in the morning. We were trying to short it and the short was not working. So anyways, the guidance on the FedEx was missed revenue, guides lower, bearish buys to short the pops, but cautious of 512 curls. So FedEx is down on this gap from 244 to 220, huge gap. So you ask me why you short when it's also down lower, because low can go lower. But we always short the amateur pops and we look for a follow through. When we don't get that follow through, we know that it's going to bounce on 512. Then either 512 rejects, we reshort, or we get out of the shorts, start on loser, and then we look for the long. So FedEx, we shorted, stops were at 220, 250. We shorted right at the open. So we had a $2 stop. But when FedEx didn't go down, I told everyone to reduce their size so that we don't lose much. We were kind of holding this level, this area, 1, 2, 3. There's clearly a buyer here. You can see that. When this happens, reduce your size because you had enough time. We shorted at 220. We had enough time to manage a risk here. Then what happened? It pushed over the 512s, and that's when we took our loss on our starter short position. 220 puts at the open. They went from $3 to $4 or $5. And once we reduced our size, we took loss. We took a 50% loss and we got out on those lotos. But then came the curls. Guys, the beauty of the curls is you do not lose much. So I sent a curl alert. I was on the voice. I told everybody to long. Put your stops at 221. Curl here, 222s. Put your stops at 221 and let the curl work. Now, always the first target is 34.50. We push towards that. You see this nice flag. Once you see this flag, push, you hold. I gave the 225 target and I told everyone, trail your stops with 512. And 225 target met. Then we pushed higher, and then we moved our stops to 228. I gave 232 target. We were short of that target by 40 cents. So that was a beautiful trade for the traders in the community. So remember that if you are the one who sold early, that's okay. Try to trade with one share, one contract, and see if you can ride it all the way up. Nike was the same story. So Nike, again, we were short, but Nike was a little different. We shorted it. Stops were 66.50. We had a 60-cent stop, 70-cent stop. It didn't work. We took a loss. And then I gave everybody a long, closed the shorts over 512, long risk 66. We actually got right entries there at 66.20, 66.30. And that same setup as FedEx continued to push towards the 68.50 and gave us a nice trade. We lost 60 cents, but then when we made $2. So that's important, guys. We lost a little bit on the puts if you trade puts, but if you look at the calls, 67 calls, those from the curl, it went from that curl right here, 10/10s. That curls started 50 cents, 40 cents, went all the way to $2. You could 3 times your money. The next week's options gave you less profit, but it was less risk because it had more time, and that went from $1.60 to $1.40. You doubled your money. So that was Nike. Similar setup, loser on the short, but that's fine. We don't stop. We go long when the shorts are not working. You just have to manage your risk.
Come to trade with Ripster. Join the community at www.tenettradegroup.com.